Hey friends, it's Stephanie with Steps on a Budget. Welcome back to another video. I wanted to get a head start on my budget with me for March 24th. Today's the 20th, so you'll probably see this in a couple of days, but we're getting paid this Friday on the 24th, so I wanted to kind of go ahead and get a jump on that budget with me. Just because that will be actually my first paycheck in April for us. So this will be a time in our budget where we close out for March, do a debt update. So there's several videos to kind of plan and get ready for. So I wanted to get kind of a head start on this one. So we're looking at my April monthly spread, which I just think turned out so cute. I love it. It's like little Disney Pixar characters. It's so cute and like pastel, so perfect for spring and Easter and a little bit of Disney fun. So I am going to go ahead and pull out our April paycheck bill tracker. So let me go ahead and pull that out. And like I said, we're going to be getting paid here on the 24th. So we're going to be looking to budget most everything in yellow. And remember, if you're new to my channel, it looks like a lot. And there are some items on here that are like open accounts, but don't have a balance or anything on them. But because they are open accounts, I do leave them on my budget in case we were to use that for anything and I would hate to like miss a payment. So I always do, even though I know that we're not spending on those open accounts, I still do check them every month just to make sure, because sometimes you'll pay off a credit card and you'll get hit with a little post-dated interest, right? And you'd hate to miss, you know, who wants to pay a late payment on like a $3 interest fee that you didn't know you had. So I always leave all open accounts on my monthly budget spread just for that purpose. So it looks like a lot. There's going to be a lot less than there's actually highlighted. And then the other thing is, if you're new, I am we are paid bi-weekly. My husband and I are both full-time workers and bring home a full-time paycheck. And so you're probably wondering, how is March 24th and April payday? Well, because I don't get paid on a monthly basis, for me, it doesn't make sense to budget and close out a budget from the 1st through the 31st because I don't get paid that way. So I kind of work my months to fit how we get paid, and that's what works best for me and is easiest. We also do the highlight method that you can probably see here. So we'll take a payday, for example, March 10th when we got paid, we highlighted everything that needed to be paid that payday in green, and then the same here for the 24th. Everything we need to pay is highlighted in yellow. That way I can easily come to my monthly spread and see right away what we're going to be paying for that pay period. So we are going to be starting in March, and then we'll have a few that carry over into April as well. Hence the reason it's our April paycheck. So, okay, all that to get us started. So I am going to go ahead and move the budget binder out of the way just because this thing is so monstrous. And I will just bring in our paycheck bill tracker. That way we can zoom into and you all can see a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in, and then I'll adjust the paper here. So, okay, and then I am going to turn you a little bit. I apologize for that. It's just easier for me to write that way. So our paycheck date again is going to be the 24th. And let me just take a look. Okay. So March 24th of 23, and we anticipate 2 paychecks. So pay number 1, I anticipate to be $2,700, and pay number 2, $17. Now we we always budget to the lowest potential, and most of the time our pay number 2 is quite a bit more than that, but it can sometimes be low, so that's what I like to leave it at. So if we add those two together, that's going to give us $4,400 to work with for income this pay period. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to go through is we're going to list out all of our fixed expenses. So these are our bills for the pay period. And the first thing we always start with is our half of our mortgage payment. And that'll be $1,150. Sorry, normally I have these all filled out ahead of time for you guys, but I guess today we'll do them together, and I'll try to be quick here. $324, we're gonna pay our truck payment, and that's $1,013. And then we have iCloud, and that's $11. And then we have Amazon Kids. This one always kind of gives me a chuckle because every time, and that's $6, every time I think, oh, I could probably just cancel that. You know, Kennedy comes walking out with her little tablet and is playing away, so then I never do. Then we have Disney Plus. Which is, we're going to budget $12 for. And then we are going to budget for this credit card on the 26th. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to need to make this payment because I did go ahead and do a balance transfer on this one. But with balance transfers, it does take up to about 2 weeks that you have to have the new card active, and then a couple of days to transfer. So I'm not sure if that's going to be done in time or not. So I am going to go ahead and plan that payment just in case. And we'll go a little bit more into depth on that with the debt update for the month of March as well. Okay. And then we have our cell phones on the 28th. And that's $312. And again, if you're new here, you know, that's about as good as it gets for us. We carry, how many lines? I always forget that. We have, this is 6 lines. So it's a cell phone, 5 cell phones and a tablet, unlimited talk, text. It pays for HBO Max. So it's a pretty good deal that we get with our cell phones. So, and then we have another credit card that's due on the 31st. Okay. And then we are into April. So then we have our internet, which is due on April 3rd, and it's $50. Which is not bad for internet costs, but I will say our internet's not the greatest. We don't have a lot of options where we live, unfortunately, so it's kind of as good as it gets. And then we have another subscription that's due April 6th, and that one is $6. So you're probably noticing already, super exciting, a much shorter list. So if you look at our list compared to, okay guys, sorry for the quick cutoff and pause. My daughter came in, so she needed to talk to me for a second. I apologize about that, but yay, so super exciting. The list is much shorter. You're probably thinking, man, Stephanie, I saw a lot of yellow highlights and those aren't covered. Again, remember, active accounts stay on there. So just a little sneak peek into March update. We have paid off quite a bit of debt. Super exciting. So, okay, let's go ahead and add all these up and see what we're working with for fixed expenses. $2,860. Okay, and if we take that from our $4,400 in income, that leaves us $1,540 to bring down to our envelopes. So we'll bring that on down here, and we're going to go through our variable expenses. This is our cash envelopes. So we always start with groceries, and groceries is going to get its usual $300. Then we have Costco, and I think I'm going to put $50 towards Costco. We didn't go this last pay period, so the envelope's still full, but we have typically been spending over the $200, so I think I'll just put a little bit, not totally stuff it, but not totally ignore it either, is kind of my plan. And then, I'm so sorry guys, let me flip to my book here, just so I can cheat. Okay, you'd think I have these memorized. So spending's gonna get its usual $300. Gas is cashless for us, but I do still list it under here. It's gonna get its $150. Miscellaneous will get $40. And house and beauty also gonna get $40. Let's see, we're gonna budget $100 towards takeout, and we will budget our usual $32 for water. And again, this is for drinking water. We fill our 5 gallons. We pay for 50 gallons of water. And then my husband for work will get his usual $100. So let's add all those up and see what we've got. $1,112. That is such a random number. Okay, and so let's see, 1540 minus 1112 leaves us $428. Okay, so remember, debt, if you're new here, debt payoff is our new, or not our new, it's our main priority. So we're going to skip sinking funds and go right on over to extra debt. And so we'll bring that leftover 428 over to here. And we do have that student loan kind of snowball that we leave in here. And so the student loan is in deferment and there's no payment due, but I have left it in the budget ever since the deferment because it's obviously something that's going to come back. So I never wanted my budget to get used to not having that in there. So I've always left it in there, and I just take the amount I would have been paying towards the student loan and pay it to the #1 debt. So that is always a budgeted 100. And then let's see. This part of my budget always takes the longest. I don't know how you guys do with yours and your sinking funds. That it's always the hardest part, like trying to figure out what you want to put in your sinking funds. So I do think what we'll do is also we'll take some of our debt snowball and put another 100 towards debt. So that'll give us a total of 200. And that'll leave us with 228. Actually, I'm going to change this up already. Let's do, you guys are still in frame, right? Okay, let's actually do 128 and we'll round up that number. Okay, So that means we're going to pay a total of $228 towards debt, leaving us $200 left over. So we'll bring $200 up to our sinking funds. Right? It's so much easier, like when you know, okay, I have to pay these things, right? They're non-negotiable. And then this part is kind of like, what do I feel like doing? Okay, so we have two primary priority sinking funds, and that's Christmas and softball. And my daughter's summer schedule and fee amount is officially out, so I feel better kind of having an idea of what I know that's going to look like. We've got a ways to go for sure. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to put 50 towards Christmas, and I'm going to do oh geez, what do I want to do? And then I think I'll do 100 towards softball, just because we need to get that going for sure. And then our other sinking funds, we'll just kind of get the remainder, and I'll divvy that up when it comes time for our cash stuffing. So that's $50 towards our other sinking funds. It's a rough draft, if you will. So that gives us a total of 51,200, and then that leaves us with 0 left over. So we're at that 0 base budget. We're not prioritizing any extra savings right now other than sinking funds, just because we are so focused on debt, and we do have a pretty healthy savings emergency fund for now. Obviously, we definitely want that to be higher in the future, but once we get some more debt paid down, we'll have more opportunity to save. So, you know, slow progress here, but progress is progress, and we're getting there. So let me go ahead and zoom you on out, and you can see the whole picture of how we plan to allocate all of our earnings for this upcoming paycheck. So yeah, all in all, I think it looks pretty good. I feel pretty happy with the budget, and I can't wait to get some other videos out for you guys this week, including our cash stuffing, which will go up on Friday. And also we'll have a March closeout and a March debt update, which is what I'm super excited for. And hopefully we'll have some extra rollover from our cash envelopes this pay period. I'm not sure because we still got the whole week to go, but if we do, we'll definitely be continuing putting that towards our savings challenges, which are being allocated for debt. We're really close to closing at least one of them out, maybe two. So if we get those closed out, we'll be able to put all of that money extra to debt as well. But yeah, thanks for joining me for another Budget With Me video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and have a great week, y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.